Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York. New York Times World News.
April 3rd, 5 o'clock America, New York. Hoping to travel abroad? Don't put off your passport application. Processing times for new and renewed passports have increased again. The updated timeline, 10 to 13 weeks, leaves some would-be travelers feeling desperate. A passport being stamped at John F. Mirror World News.
April 3rd, 4:56 America, New York. Chilling moment: Vladimir Putin's chef claims Bakhmut as Russian as flag planted in ruins. A key Vladimir Putin ally and head of the bloodthirsty Wagner Group has raised a Russian flag over a shelled-out administrative building in Bakhmut despite Ukrainian forces still controlling large parts of the city.
RT World News.
April 3rd, 4:53 America, New York. Trump probe looking into evidence of possible obstruction, WAPO. A special counsel is reportedly seeking to prove the former president tried to hide classified documents after his subpoena.
BBC News World.
April 3rd, 4:28 America, New York. Vladlen Tatarsky. Woman detained over killing of pro-Kremlin blogger. A 26-year-old woman is held after Vladlen Tatarsky died in an explosion at a St. Petersburg cafe.
Mirror World News.
April 3rd, 4:19 America, New York. Street Petersburg bomb. Suspect arrested after handling statue which killed blogger in blast. Daria Trepova was detained by the FSB and investigative committee in St. Petersburg, according to a statement on the department's Telegram messaging app.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 3rd, 4:13 America, New York. Woman arrested over killing of Russian military blogger in explosion in St. Petersburg. Russian officials say they have arrested a suspect over the death of a pro-war military blogger killed in an explosion at a cafe in St. Petersburg. Daria Trepova.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 3rd, 3:46 America, New York. European oil stocks rally after OPEC Plus output cut. Shares in European oil companies gained in early trade after a group of large oil producers led by Saudi Arabia said they would cut production, boosting crude prices.
Washington Post World.
April 3rd, 3:42 America, New York. Palestinians say 2 killed in Israeli army raid in West Bank. Palestinian health officials say 2 Palestinian men were killed by Israeli troops in an army raid in the occupied West Bank city of Nablus.
Washington Post World.
April 3rd, 3:37 America, New York. Zelensky to visit Warsaw to meet with Poles, Ukrainians. Poland's presidential office has announced that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will pay a visit to Warsaw this week.
Washington Post World.
April 3rd, 3:33 America, New York. Jewish school principal in Australia guilty of sexual abuse. The former principal of a Jewish girls' school in Australia was found guilty of sexually abusing 2 students.
BBC News World.
April 3rd, 3:19 America, New York. Malka Leifer, former headmistress guilty of Australia child sex abuse. The jury has found Malka Leifer guilty of sexually abusing 2 ex-pupils at a school in Melbourne.
Mirror World News.
April 3rd, 3:09 America, New York. Street Petersburg bomb. Hunt for woman who handled explosive minutes before blogger killed. 2 female suspects have been identified as suspects, including Daria Trepova, 26, who appears to be on the run, and a video is believed to show her walking to the cafe carrying what may have been the bomb.
Time. April 3rd, 3 o'clock America, New York. Paris to ditch rental electric scooters after overwhelming referendum. Paris. Parisians have overwhelmingly voted to banish the French capital's ubiquitous for hire electric scooters from their streets. The 15,000 opinion-dividing mini-machines are now expected to vanish from central Paris at the end of August when the city's contracts with the 3 operators expire.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 3rd, 2:56 America, New York. European Union unlikely to face natural gas shortages next winter. The EU should need to buy much less gas than usual to prepare for next winter, making it unlikely it would face shortages even if there is little Russian gas to replenish storage facilities, Berenberg said, as the EU ended the heating season with storage at 56%.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 3rd, 2:37 America, New York. Cineworld reaches pact with lenders to exit bankruptcy. Cineworld said it has reached agreements with its lenders to emerge from Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the U.S., with the proposed restructuring expected to reduce indebtedness by around $4.5 billion. BBC News World.
April 3, 2:34 America, New York, Michael Slater, Australia ex-cricketer charged with assaulting police. Police say they were called to a property in Queensland after reports of a domestic violence incident.
Time.
April 3, 2:30 America, New York. Prominent pro-war Russian military blogger killed in cafe explosion. An explosion tore through a cafe in Russia's second-largest city Sunday, killing a well-known military blogger and strident supporter of the war in Ukraine. Some reports said a bomb was embedded in a bust of the blogger that was given to him as a gift. World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 3, 2:26 America, New York. Station vending machine in Japan sells bear meat for £13. A vending machine in Japan is now selling bear meat for $17. Pick, iStock.
Fox World News.
April 3, 2 o'clock America, New York. Russia takes over presidency of UN Security Council. Bad optics, for West, propaganda win for Putin, experts. Russia has resumed the rotation position as president of the United Nations Security Council for the month of April, prompting concern over how it will use its power.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 3, 1:28 America, New York. Oil prices rise after major producers vow to cut production. Oil prices are up almost 5% after Saudi Arabia and other major producers vowed to cut production. A wellhead and drilling rig in the Yarokhta oil field, owned by Irkutsk Oil Company, Inc., in the Irkutsk region, Russia, March 11, 2019.
New York Times World News.
April 3, 0:31 America, New York, your Monday briefing. Donald Trump's expected surrender at a Manhattan courthouse. Barricades line the streets for blocks around Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue.